Welcome to my house. I am going to take you on a little bit of a tour, get you into the kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to, and I guess I don't need these, I'm not reading a thing. I'm going to show you how to set up your kitchen. So welcome. I'm going to flip this over and hopefully I'll be able to see some of what's going on, and I can show you a little bit once we get into the kitchen on how to set these things up. So listen, we usually do cooking lessons right about now, and I was going to do a curried chicken for you, which I'm still going to do because it's amazing and you're going to want it. Tomorrow I will do that. Mark went to the grocery store and he went hours and hours ago because he had to wait in line. This is the first time for us. We're just getting used to this whole idea of, everything's shifting everywhere. Hi, Catherine, and Jenny's in the house. Thanks, you guys, for showing up. So I just thought, I might as well show you where I am, and I'm going to take you in the kitchen here shortly and show you everything. I have, I've done this before. I have a course, I think you know this, called NutriCoach, and you can see it at nutricoachschool.com. Once all of this craziness is over, that might be something that you want to consider. Hi, Helen. Hi, Tracy and Gwen. Good to see you all. But basically what I'm trying to do, I'm doing this all by myself, you can tell, right? But anyway, so I have a part of the course in NutriCoach is getting people set up so that their kitchens serve them, instead of having it be where you're running all over the place like a chicken with your head cut off. It's not just about getting everything done in mise en place style. It's also about getting everything done in a way that helps you so that you know where everything is, and it just makes a whole lot of sense. So I'm going to take you into my kitchen and show you exactly how to do that. I'm going to flip the camera around in just a minute, but first, because I love you guys, sorry, that was an awfully close picture. I'm going to take you outside and give you a show of our lovely mountains, because this is a view and a half today. Look at that. Isn't that just glorious? Take a look. This is what I get to look at every single day. And you can see in the background those mountains. Isn't that beautiful? And a nice blue sky. Yeah, I like that. So, hey Tay, good to see you again. And Joanne. Okay, so let's just start here. I'll just start here. This is my, if you come to our full bloom event, which will be held in the fall, you will surely be able to come here and this patio here where you see the grill, and then there's a screen porch over there. You can see that. That will be part of the whole experience. This is our living room. Say hello, living room. And our little wood burning stove. And this is my latest project. This is what Mark is going to be doing when he gets home from the grocery store. I love stuff hung out on the line, don't you? It just smells so good. I'll show you over here. This is Mark's virtual chessboard that he set up so that he and Robert, this is Marla's husband, can play chess via text message. Isn't that so cute? So, and this is his scorekeeping things. He asked me, he said, please don't move this, because I am one of those people who like to move everything out. Anyway, this is our dining room table. And when Marla and Robert come for dinner on Wednesday nights, which they haven't been for a while. Can you talk to Marla with a flashlight? No, not quite. Not quite. Anyway, this is where we have dinner, when we have dinner together. And that is my tripod for when Mark does our videos, and the box light. And back another shot. That staircase goes up to my office and Mark's. And here is the kitchen. Ta-da! You guys have seen part of it. Lots of cupboard space. I am blessed. Blessed, 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 blessed. Okay, that is a pot rack, which absolutely has no purpose for me. If I did something with a pot rack there, you guys would say, what's wrong with you, Leanne? All those pots hanging on you. So I'm just going to take you starting here this is my refrigerator. And it really isn't, we got a bunch of stuff in there. We got eggs, got salad and leftovers, bunch of condiments. It's a mess. It needs to be cleaned. But there it is. And this is the Berkey. Everybody always asks me about the Berkey. Well, the Berkey, this is what I use to filter my water, okay? And you can see on the top, you see that? Those are 2 carbon filters. This is a tiny one. I gave my big one to my daughter. And in this corner, you can see, all that stuff here? This is my testing corner because there's my blend tech. And this was we had to do about 15 types of vanilla collagen. They couldn't get the flavor right. They did finally, and it is now on order. So again, when that stuff goes, I'm going to have a nice big sale, you guys. Save your supplement dollars. It is coming. I've got some tea here and some stevia. Obviously, the Body Clutter Wise Women's Tea. There's my little hot pot, which I love that thing. Marla gave it to me. And then I use this pitcher, which is right here, to fill water up into it and then put it into here. I like having the Berkey over here instead of over by the sink. And it just makes the most sense. And so I use the pitcher there. But that's what that whole mess, this mess will all be done because we're done with our testing just about. But you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get that done. I've got a thing of napkins, tomatoes. You guys know tomatoes never go in the refrigerator, right? Some kitchen string in case I need to truss a chicken, which I'll probably never do. This is the salt that I use for when we are serving. It's got these little bowl and spoon came from a market in France, but my salt is too big for this salt shaker. So I put this and this on the table when I serve. This is an orchid, and this orchid, you've probably heard Marla talk about it, but check out the stand. Marla's husband, Robert, made this beautiful stand for us. I don't know if you can see it well enough, out of laurel. Isn't it beautiful, mountain laurel? And this orchid has a double strand, and it's just starting to bloom again. We got a 3rd bloom today. Isn't it so pretty? I love that orchid. That's oregano. And guess what these are, you guys? You got that? Those are my broccoli sprouts. Yep. That tray will be finished up tonight, and then tomorrow and the next day we'll have these. I'll get another batch going. Sink, we've got 3 sinks here. And you can see my little purple rag. You know where that came from. This drives Marla crazy. This is Dawn dishwashing liquid. She didn't like it, so she went and got me a blue one. She wants the blue dishwashing liquid, so that I just think is funny because you know how she is. And here we have my sad rosemary and my sad thyme. When I was gone at my daughter's house, my husband, oh shoot, don't tell him I said that. Mark did not water my thyme and my rosemary, and I came home to this, so sad. And then onions, garlic, and I have 1 little shallot left. And you guys know too, this stuff doesn't go in the refrigerator either. Never. I grind my coffee. So this is my little coffee grinder. It's called a Capresso, I guess. And I've had Capresso. I've had this forever, ever. And I do whole beans, you can see. And then I have it keeps my whole beans fresh. Yeah, so that's what I do. And then there's my coffee maker. God bless coffee makers everywhere. This is a little sauce that I made, this garlic sauce made with shaved garlic and sesame seeds and chili peppers. You can get that recipe at inheritedsalt.com. My daughter did this, and you have to get out the mandolin and shave the garlic forever. But I'm telling you, it's good on everything. So there is the kitchen, as you can see. Now I'm going to go through some of my, Roberta's here. So Roberta is one of my NutriCoaches, and she knows exactly what I'm doing. Roberta, I'm doing a whole lesson on how to set up your kitchen. Remember that in NutriCoach school? Well, this is exactly what it's done. Now, I'm showing you my countertops right now. I want you to see how mostly clear they are, and everything that I have has a purpose, and there's a reason that it's out there. I use those onions daily. Coffee maker, it doesn't, obviously I use that stuff daily. This little plant, well, it's sad, but everything here. And I have, I'm one of the blessed ones that have this thing. So I have a scrubber and a sponge and my stopper for my sink here. And then over here, this is, you know, in my opinion, it's just sort of wasted space because nobody's going to stand here. So this is where I put all my plants. This is where I put things that I'm definitely going to be using, but I don't need, you know, to do anything with. All right. So now I'm going to show you how to set up your kitchen. This is the laundry room, which also has my big pantry in it. It is not, I mean, it's, yeah, I need to, you'll see it later, not now. All right, so I'm going to take you through my cupboards and I'm going to explain exactly why everything is set up the way it is. Now, if you are home right now, which most of you are, and you're thinking, I don't need another project, I'm going to tell you, if you set your kitchen up like this, you will thank me later. Am I right, Roberta? Yes. Yes, it's a Berkey, right down the way there. Okay, so up here I have a bunch of supplements and what have you, and my portable blender. Nothing exciting up here, but this is just kind of a place that I keep things. I have my mason jars in here, my NutriBullet all right here, glasses for days. This is where we keep all the glasses and, you know, the smaller wine glasses, the veggie bullet and what have you up there. Like goes with like. You shouldn't open a cupboard and see a glass, a can of tomatoes, and, you know, a utensil. You want to have things that go together, be together, because then you can figure out where things are, and it makes it easier for people to put things away for you. These are my dishes. Now, again, you guys, I know, and you can say it, wow, you're blessed. I am. Look at this space. So here we go. We've got all this stuff, you know, just basic plates and bowls, more plates, more bowls. And I've got all this stuff here. So you guys have seen a lot of this stuff. Like, you know, these things come out when it's time for me to do the demonstrating with food. And I use these. These are, I mean, this is all I have left from those. I've got some other ones too. Lots of serving things. This is very obvious as well. I mean, these are all casserole dishes. And then below here, I have two Instapots, a big one and a small one. And I've got my Cuisinart. And those just all fit right there. All right. Do you see? But I just want you to see how everything makes sense, that it's all right there. Here's my somewhat pantry. This makes me crazy. This is a mess right here. This is taco seasoning from Trader Joe's. I like it because it doesn't have a bunch of MSG. Here is you remember when I made homemade taco seasoning? Well, there it is. And it's in with the other taco seasoning. We've got some rice noodles here, better than bouillon, salt, some seasoning stuff that Mark has, and that is some coconut butter. That has no rhyme or reason. This is going to get fixed. And here is all the oils and vinegar, right? Oils and vinegars and what have you. And when they're all together in one place, you know where to find them. So I've got balsamic, red wine, apple cider vinegar. I've got a rice wine vinegar in here somewhere. There it is over there in the back. And then all the oils. I've got a truffle oil. I've got an olive oil. I've got avocado oil. I've got soy sauce and whatever else that is. I've got some local honey. By the way, local honey, good thing if you get seasonal allergies. I'm telling you, it changed my life. Some seasonings. Just some miscellaneous seasonings. I got tuna here and salmon here and anchovies. Did you see that? All canned fish. And I've got tomatoes and tomatoes. I've got chilies and chilies. I've got more tomatoes and like this, and more canned tomato sauce as well in my bigger pantry. I've got another big pantry back there. But it helps. Doesn't it help to see though where everything is? And when I have something, you know, I put all these things together as much as I can. Like this is right here. You've got the ghee, which this is like almost gone. But I've got these little ghees right below it. And the reason I put them like this and not together is just out of space. But I'll get that all fixed up. There's some red potatoes. Always, by the way, potatoes should be out. They should be in a dark space. You should take them out of their plastic and let them breathe. When you take them out of their plastic and let them breathe, then they become, they're less likely to get full of eyes like this. These are kind of old. And those are some dried mangoes that Mark likes to munch on. Okay, now let's just go here. That's my knife drawer, and I have all my knives. I bought this little thing to hold the knives, and then I put the smaller ones here. But everything is here. I don't have to go hunting. They're all in one drawer. And here's my cutting boards, and I keep this knife sharpener here. And I'm not big on this. Mark got that, but whatever. This is my decorative boards, and I use all of those for, like, if I do a charcuterie board or whatever, but these are just the nice ones. This is a big cutting board, and this is my paper that I leave in here, along with a pen, so that I can write my grocery list. But it's right here. These are, I take my SAMe and my InflaCrusher first thing in the morning, and if I need when I need my digestive enzymes, they're always right here. They're apart from my regular supplements. This is the drawer for, guess what? Storage. So I've got the foil, the plastic bags, the plastic wrap. I've got some matches in here too, and I have this little thing here that I keep. If you have your broccoli that has the rubber band, I keep those, and I'll use those later on in the freezer, as well as some clothespins to shut the bags. And then this is what I call the coffee drawer, but it's really tea, and all my cups are in here, and my coffee filters are there, as well as the tea. But everything is in its place, and I know where to find it. Right here, next to the stove, is the silverware. Here is where I keep all my serving pieces and smaller serving pieces. But you can find all of these plastic things. All of mine I got either at Target, Walmart, and when I take you over to the other side of the kitchen, you're going to see what I mean about cobbling things together, because that's exactly what I've done. And in here we've got the oven mitt pad things, different and various linens, purple rags. And this is my secondary seasoning drawer. And there's just a lot of things in here, stuff that I haven't used a lot of, plus a bunch of seasoning. I get stuff sent to me all the time from different manufacturers and stuff, and so I've got stuff in there to try, or that I just don't use that often. This is where I put all my colanders and sieves and such. This is my stovetop. You've seen me on here before. Ironically, this is exactly what I bought when I bought my very first house, so that's funny. And this is the big seasoning drawer, which I put my salt like so, and you've seen me do this, and I just use my clean hands to use salt and to sprinkle. And then all of my seasonings. You can see I've got thyme. I've got, look what I did here. I usually have everything with the label up so I can see it easily. And then these are all from the people who make the avocado oil, Alva's Kitchen. And then I keep right next to the stovetop, I keep this big vat, if you will, of all my implements so that I can grab them easily and cook. And in this this is an olive oil container, but I don't do olive oil on the stovetop. I do avocado oil. And I put that there, so that makes a lot of sense. All right, so where am I now? Oh, okay. So now you need to see this is all of my pans. Now these are new pans that you're going to be finding out about. These are safe ceramic pans by Chef Foundry. You can see there. They sent them to me to test, and so far so good. We like them. They're pretty good. And the rest of my stuff and my steamer. Whoops, my steamer. You were looking at my boots right then, weren't you? Sorry. And then all of these are all the lids. See all the lids in there? It's lid patrol. I'm not going to pull it out in case they all come crashing down. Now over here is one of those, I'm sure that you've seen this before, but this is something, I am going to declutter this, but for right now, I just need you to see, what I have here and how I've put this together, because still there's going to be stuff that need to go. Now, you've seen these before. I have no need for this anymore, so that's going to go. My kettle. I have this is our salad bowl that we call Old Faithful. We use it all the time. This is my new thing for tea, and I've just put it there. This I just can't part with. I've had this since probably early 80s. We call it the pancake bowl. And if I could get one of my kids to take it, then I would give it to them. And then I have these 3 graduated bowls that I really love. Aren't they so pretty? And my salad spinner. Okay, and then on the bottom, the stainless bowls that I use more times than I can imagine. There's my immersible blender. This is Mark's pancake bowl. And then I have here all of my liquid. That's the key, guys. These are liquid measuring cups, and these are just some little serving dishes. Not a good place for them, but you know. All right, here we go again. Next, I'm gonna just open this up really quick. Again, there's those pans again. Some more for more sprout pans, and some bigger pans that could be even a paella pan in the box grater, as well as the big pots, the big roasters. And this is the little Dash waffle iron maker. I'm planning on experimenting with a few recipes for that. Gosh, bending over like this. Hello, Berkey. And this is the plastic stuff that we just bought, because if you're going to be using ceramic cookware, you need to have plastic stuff to go with it. But usually what's here, and you can see that this thing and that thing, these are for the grill that goes outside, and that's why they're here. It's really close to everything. Just miscellaneous things. This is the zucchini thing that makes zucchini noodles right here. Marla got me this. And I've got things all for grilling, and just miscellaneous weird stuff that we don't use that often, including a bunch of spatulas. And then in here, again, more stuff. Now this is all my serving things, including, well, I've got the straws here, but these are all the serving things that I have for various and sundry things. Charcuterie boards. These are the little spoons that I got in France when I was there. Aren't they so cute? Hand carved. And cheese spreaders and all of that. And I just keep that all in here. When I need it, it's there. Here is this is a little citrus thingy. And this one here too, citrus thingy, right? And you see those birthday candles in that dinosaur? That will be for Mark. Next week is his birthday. So we won't tattle on him and tell him how old he is. But remember when I was telling you, I use these are little silicone ice cube trays. I use these if I have herbs that are on their way out. I will put them through the food processor, add water, and I will make little herbal ice cubes out of them, because I don't want to throw them away. Robin, I do have some nonstick cookware. Hold on, I think next week it's going to be coming, and they're going to be offering our folks a special deal. So hold on for that. I've looked at a ton of it. Now, this would be considered my baking drawer. I'm not much of a baker, as I've told you over and over, but you know, whatever. So as you can see over here, we have all dry measuring over there. Okay, all dry measurement, with the exception of these two things are just small. All kinds of graters right here, as you can see, the tiny grater, as well as the hand grater and this little thing, as well as the rasp, and then a bunch of wooden stuff and more measuring implements. And then on the bottom here, say hello to storage. I have a lot of glass storage and I have a lot of plastic, and my whole thing is once the plastic is gone, it will be gone, and I'll just go with all glass. I prefer glass. Okay, and did I show you this one? No, I did not. Okay, this is the one that I use the most. You got a can opener and the scissors. The apple cutter goes here, a smaller sieve, meat thingy, and then I've got all of my tongs are here. The big ones are in between these two plastic things, these organizers, and then I've got my garlic press and my garlic rocker. as well as the avocado slicer. This thing is gold, by the way. Egg slicer. And I've got 2 paring, potato peelers. But yeah, it is organized. It's nice and organized, except this is supposed to go up here. But these are, and this should not be here. See, this is out of place. You can always blame the man for that. This goes down here. Sorry, that's me being a little OCD. I've shown you that already. I've shown you this, shown you that. Dishwasher. And that is it. So there. Now, what I've done is, if you could see, I'm sure you could see in this kitchen, I'm sorry, but this light is just really horrible, super harsh. But what I have done is I have shown you how everything goes together. When everything goes together, you can find it like that. If you have kitchen knives all over the place, then nobody knows where to get them. And as you remember, as I showed you here, kitchen knives and cutting boards, doesn't that make sense? They're right next to each other. And as you're getting ready to serve, right next to the stove is where we have the silverware and the serving pieces. And the reason that I have everything like this is because I need to have a kitchen that makes sense. So do you. We all need to have kitchens that make sense so that we know where everything is, like goes with like, and it serves us. It makes everything just breeze by. So think about this when you're putting your kitchen together, and if you're thinking like, I need to figure out how to get my kitchen together. Well, just start thinking in terms of putting like with like. All of your plastic containers and serving, stuff that you have for your leftovers, it should all be in the same place. And ideally, I would have over here where I have my plastic bags and everything else, I would probably have that, over on this other side. Maybe I will move it over there on some time, but I don't know. Who knows? I'm going to go through this entire kitchen and pantry and everything else and get it all together. So that wasn't exactly a cooking lesson, but it was a lesson on how to put your kitchen together. And if you have a kitchen that you open up a cupboard and it's just a big muddled mess, you're not going to get the help that you want, and you're not going to get things put back where you want them until you establish kind of a place for everything. And you've heard this before, everything in its place and a place for everything. Or is it a place for everything and everything in its place? Whatever it is, it really applies to your kitchen. And that's basically the whole thing, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And, when Mark gets home sometime next week from his trek out to grocery land, we'll do another Facebook Live, and I'll show you exactly how to make a very, very delicious chicken curry in a hurry. All right? Happy to have you here. I really appreciate you being here. And like I said, tomorrow is another day, and we will definitely be doing our chicken curry. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Peace.